is a new show playing at Jungle Theater in Minneapolis right now that really delves into volleyball in Minnesota. It's the sport, it's the friendships, it's kind of the messiness that happens when life doesn't go exactly as planned.
Sports have a funny way of doing that for you. The writer of Six Pack, Katie Ka Vang, is here in the studio to talk a little bit more about the show. Katie, thanks. Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Welcome back to Minnesota Live.
Thanks for having me.
So tell us about it's Six Pack.
Yeah, so Six Pack is really, I think at the heart of it is a story about friendship that's refinding itself. It really kind of like jumps back and forth between the present and the 2000s. Yeah.
Where did the name Six Pack come from?
So Six Pack is actually a volleyball term.
Oh.
In my mind, when I was sort of conceiving of the title, it has sort of multiple meanings. And so Six Pack in volleyball terms is like when you get hit in the face.
Oh,
So,
by the ball or
yes,
by
the ball?
Okay.
Yes, sorry, by the ball.
I didn't know if it was when someone was spiking and coming down on you or something with their.
Yeah, so that's a volleyball term of getting hit in the face. And then another term, another meaning is sort of like a team of six. And then the third term is really like, a six-pack of beer. So all these things, if you would be able to imagine, this is happening on stage. So yeah, that's kind of where the title came from.
What kind of things are you exploring with this group of women?
I'm definitely exploring family, community, dreams and ambition, and what keeps people together. Yeah.
And tell me a little bit about the importance of volleyball in the Hmong culture.
Yeah, so I started writing this play over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I played volleyball for most of my life. All my siblings played, and I wanted to really figure out how to incorporate all these women that I was around when growing up, who made me who I am, who gave me sort of like, these wonderful, like, just confidence in who I was, and then I started to dive deeper into like why volleyball, why do Hmong people play, and I was working on a different project with a Hmong veteran and asking him about his story, and he told me that when they were in the Thai refugee camps, volleyball was a sport that was introduced to some Hmong people as a way to pass time. And so I became very interested in like, oh, okay, this is how Hmong people play volleyball, why it's such a huge phenomenon in our community. And then I also became really interested in like, how do stateless and displaced people find home and practice home? And I want to argue that volleyball is a way of doing that for part of my community.
Yeah. How did you find the casting going when you were looking for the people who were going to play the roles of these characters that you'd been kind of developing for a decade?
Yeah, we've been workshopping the play for about a year, and so some of the cast sort of came out of like those workshops, and then some folks we just did like a community call. I would actually just like reach out to certain people, certain pockets of the community, and then they just showed up.
Do they have to be volleyball players?
No, actually, almost nobody in this cast is. But we did take them through like a volleyball boot camp.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So did you find that challenging then as somebody who'd played to sort of help them understand the nuances of it?
I didn't, because I feel like that's sort of the beauty of theater, right?
Sure.
It's sort of like, how can you dramatize something on the stage? And the director of the show, Sarah Pulaski-Warzeha, does that so beautifully. And, I think there's so much volleyball in the piece, and there's a lot of movement as well. And actually movement works as like a portal for us to go back and forth between time. And it's done so beautifully, so yeah.
And the show opened the end of last month?
It opened May 30th.
Okay.
And it closes June 29th.
Okay, and tell us about tickets and tell us kind of about the age range. Is this something that kids can do?
So it is adult language.
Okay, good
I
to
would
know.
say it's for 14 plus.
Okay.
And anybody who's younger should come with a parent and be ready to have conversations, because that's what we like theater to do, is to have conversations afterwards. So yeah.
And Jungle Theater has a unique way of pricing things too, which I don't think everybody knows.
That's right. So they do have pay as you are. Market tickets are $35. So if you can pay that, we really encourage that, because the arts are, getting defunded. But if we have the system that's pay as you are.
So if you can't pay that much and you still want to see it, pay what you can. If you can pay more and you want to go see it to help those other offset, pay more.
That's right.
I love it.
What do you have coming up next after this? I know you got something going on.
I do. I actually have another script I'm working on called Hmong Futures, and that's with Theater Moo.
Okay.
Yeah.
If people do come to see this performance, what are you hoping they take away from it?
I mean, I think at a very base level, I hope they find something that resonates with them. I think in all my plays, I try to really center Southeast Asian and Hmong American characters, but I think the heart of the story is really something that I think people can connect with, which is friendship, ambition, how do we stay connected, but also stay true to who we are.
And it's a funny show, so
It's
people
hilarious.
should come knowing that it's a funny show.
It's hilarious. It's comedy.
Comedy.
Yes.
Good to know. Katie, it was a pleasure to have you back. Thank you. Can't wait to hear more about your show.
Good to see you, Katie.
See it. We've got 2 more weeks to go there. If you would like details on how you can catch Six Pack, you want to buy tickets, we will post a link at minnesotalive.com.